or this center line represent the axis of this circular hole. Similarly, the axis of this circular hole is to be drawn in right hand side view as well, like this. So first we drawn full lines, then after we drawn dotted lines, and then after center lines, like this, in front view, top view and right hand side view. This is the conventions. These two dimensions are equal. You can see here height in front view and width in right hand side view. This angle is 45 degree. These are two adjacent views. These two are adjacent views. These two dimensions are equal. Complete drawing of given object would be like this: front view, top view and side view. Another exercise. This is an object having faces A, B, C, E, F, G, D and H. This is an object. So to draw views of any object, first we name the surfaces. This is surface A, surface B, C, surface D, E, F, G, H and so on. Shade in the surfaces that will appear in the front view, top view and right hand side view. Suppose in front view, which faces would be visible? You can see here the face A will not be visible in front view. Estimate the distances, draw front view, top view and right hand side view. Identify the surfaces with the appropriate letter in the orthographic projections. Now to draw its front view, shade in the surfaces in the front view like this. In front view, this face will appear, that is face B, C and F. So shade this shape like this. Only these shapes would appear in front view. Notice the horizontal and vertical projectors. Draw its front view like this. Shape B, which is rectangle over here. So this is the rectangle face B. Face C would seen with some other dimensions. Its width will be same as the width in object, but its height will differ because it's a taper face. The shape of this F portion, this is portion F, would appear as a rectangle like this. So it will be fully visible like this. So we have drawn front view. Now identify, select the right hand side view. To draw right hand side view, identify which face would be visible. In right hand side view, this blue colored portion would be visible to us, this shape, that is portion A or face A. This is face A. This face A would be visible in right hand side view. So it is to be drawn like this, face A. Then this inner portion, the inner surface, will not be visible. It's a hidden portion. So this hidden portion is to be shown by dotted line like this. The dimensions which would be given over here, that to be inserted over here, and by showing these dotted lines we can express this side as well, means this corner, this and this. So this tape is drawn over here by dotted line. Now to draw another view, shade in the surfaces of the top view. If we are looking from top side, which face would be visible? Color that portion. Draw the top view, identify the surface. In top view, you can see here, this green colored portion would be visible like this. This taper shape, portion E and portion G. Surface E and surface G would be visible if we look from the top side. Hence, its top view would appear like this portion. So this is the top view. Surface C is visible, surface E is visible, this is surface E, surface G over here which is visible, surface D and H. These are two faces D and H which also will be visible in top view. Here also top view is drawn above front view. So which method is used? Yes, here third angle projection method is used. So we have drawn all necessary lines in this object, front view, side view and top view, and these lines which are projection lines should be made lighter. It should not be darker, so that we cannot differentiate between the object and the projection lines. Now multi-view orthographic projection of some object. Here multi-view orthographic projections are a part of parallel projections as well. In this type of drawing, the observer is considered to be at an infinite distance. Here we assume that the observer is looking to the object from infinite distance. The projecting lines are thus parallel to one another. Actually, whenever we see any object, the projecting lines are not parallel to each other. It diverges at some angle because we see an object at from certain distance. But if we look any object from infinite distance, the projection lines would be parallel to each other. This is an observer, this is an object. The observer is looking this object from this side. So these lines would not be parallel to each other as shown over here. Actually these lines would concentrate to the eye of an observer. So these lines, all these lines would be concentric. They would meet at this point, that is eye of an object. So this line would drawn like this. So here if the observer is at an infinite distance, these all lines could be considered as parallel lines, and hence we assume that this surface is not visible. Actually, when we see from this direction, some portion of this object or this face as well as this face would be visible, and this face also would be visible, but we forget it because we are looking from infinite distance. So we have to worry about this rectangle and this face only. We have to overcome this surface because this surface would be inside with this line like this. If we look from the front side to this object, its projection lines would be there. These projections are also orthographic since the projecting lines are perpendicular to the projection plane. This is the plane of projection, and projecting lines are perpendicular to the projection. Hence it is also called as orthographic projection, and its front view would appear like this. So whenever we draw front view of this object, we forget about the faces which are parallel to these views. This face is parallel to the vision, so it coincides with this middle line. Similarly, this upper face and this upper face both coincides with this line as well as with this line. So its front view would appear like this, and this angle is 90-degree angle, you can see here. So it is called as orthographic projection. Now another distinguishing element in multi-view projections is that one of the faces of the object to be drawn is placed parallel to the projection plane like this. You can see here, this is an object, this is a line. We place a plane parallel to the projection plane like this. The observer can only see one side at a time. We assume that the observer is able to visualize one side only. So whenever we draw front view, we forget about these other faces. That is why in most cases one must draw several views of the object to portray it completely. To portray the object completely, multi-view drawing is needed. This is another view of given object. If we move this object at certain to this side, this face, it would appear like this. So we have moved this object like this from here to here, and this face is shown over here. If we put the plane of projection over here, its view would appear like this. We are looking from this direction, so we forget about this face and this face, because this face and this third face, all these three faces coincides with these horizontal lines, this line and this line. So this is the view. Now another view, third view of this object. Move this object like this, draw a projection plane, so L shape would appear in this view like this. But this edge which is behind this will not be visible, hence it is to be drawn by dotted line like this. So these are the views. Now precedence of lines. Which line should be drawn first when we observe three lines at one place? In order of importance, always we should draw visible line first, hidden lines second, and center line third. Whenever all these three lines coincides at one place, visible lines should be given prior importance. Means if three lines are there, we have to draw visible line only. If two lines are there, that is hidden line and center lines coincides at one place, we should draw hidden line only. And last important should be given to the center line. Here one object is there. If we look from the top side of this object, its views to be shown over here. In front view, it would appear like this. This is the shape of the front view, this is top view, and this is side view. Now what's about these corners, this edge? So if we are looking from this direction, this edge is visible. Here also this edge is there. Here also edges are there. So these edges to be drawn like this. And this is circular hole. So inner portion over here, this is an inner portion. To draw this inner portion of this circular hole, we should project like this and should draw dotted lines like this. So these dotted lines show the inner portion of this circular hole in side view. Similarly, this center line should be drawn over here. So this is the center line of this circular hole. Now you can see here this corner is also visible, this corner, and this corner coincides with the center line of this object. So whenever such situation occurs, we should give priority to visible line as shown over here. So here we should not draw center line, we should draw visible line like this. Similarly, the dotted lines in top view would appear like this of this circular hole. Here circular hole is made, so this face and this face would not be visible in top view, so it is shown by dotted lines like this, dotted line between these two faces. After drawing this dotted line, think about this corner. This corner or this edge is also visible as a full line in front view, because this corner and this dotted line coincides with each other. So we should draw visible line over here instead of dotted line. Of course, here two lines are there, visible line and hidden line, but the priority should be given to visible line like this. Similarly, the center line would here, and here this edge is there. You can see here this corner is there. So to represent this edge, we should draw dotted line over here. So whenever we draw this dotted line, it will coincide with the axis of this circle. So this center line should be trimmed, and instead of that center line, dotted line should be drawn like this. So these are the projections of given object like this. Hidden line. What is hidden line? Hidden line should join a visible line except it is extended from the visible lines. This is an object, we are looking from this direction. So this is the view and this is the dotted line which shows this corner. This is correct way to show hidden line. And here this line should join this vertical line, and here some space should be left, right? Because here continued line is there, here line is not there, so it should not cut over here. Here this is wrong interpretation. Here space is made, no, it is wrong practice. Here this dash should join this vertical line, and here also this dash should not touch this line like this. Here some space should be left, and here space should not be left. Similarly, in this kind of object, this is its front view, and this curvature shape would not appear. So here some space should be left like this. This is correct way of drawing the dotted line, and this is wrong practice. Here this kind of drawing should not be made. You can see difference between these two. This line touches over here, this line does not touch over here. Now conclusion. Select appropriate views to be drawn as front view. Allocate other views as top view, bottom view, left hand side view, right hand side view and rear view. Insert all necessary dimensions once only. No any dimensions should be repeated in any drawing. Dimensions should be inserted in any two views as far as possible, because it is general convention that in all three views we should not insert the dimensions. In any two selected views we should insert the dimensions. These are some important websites which are useful for this collection of this material: engineeringgraphics.wordpress.com, teachertube.com, engineeringdrawing.org, slideshare.net, studyvilla.com, and my email address is shown over here. So in this multi-view representation we have drawn all its views